That is some good sparkling water right there. Hi guys, Sony just released the ZV-E10 and they sent it to every person who's ever uploaded a YouTube video except me, but I got some thoughts. I think people are missing some critical things about the Sony camera release, and I'm gonna talk about them because what else do I got to do? One of them has to do with this thing over here, and another one has to do with this thing over here. All right. It's going to be a short video, but I just want to make a couple of points that I think are important that not everybody is mentioning in their reviews, and I think it's because of the way that Sony is marketing this particular camera. They're going after an entry-level market. They are going after the vloggers, the YouTubers, the content creators, and so they're billing it as such. So you have all these guys walking around, you know, with the ZV-E10, terrible name, ZV-E10, and it doesn't have any stabilization, but they're out vlogging with it. And listen, the camera is very good for somebody who is starting out, and it is very good for the content creator, but it's also extremely good for other purposes. You see, in the world that is outside the self-indulgent vlogosphere, people actually use multiple cameras. I shoot at comedy clubs very often, and I usually have 3 angles. I'll have the main angle and 2 on the side, and then I splice those together in post because I'm a professional. And right now, this little beauty over here is my Panasonic G7, a very inexpensive camera that I pair with my Panasonic GH5 because the footage matches very, very well. And this gives me 2 angles. And then I can get another Panasonic G7 and get my 3rd angle when I'm at the comedy clubs. Now, you see where I'm going with this? I think this cam, and I don't want to say as a B cam, but it's just there are a lot of people out there who have a nice Sony camera. I have a Sony a7 III, but I don't bring that to the comedy clubs because I only get the 1 angle with it. But now, for $699, I can get a camera that pretty much matches identically to my Sony a7 III. It still has S-Log2, it still has S-Log3, and HLG, which is the one I shoot. There's still HLG. So I would be able to mix and match those very easily. So I can see how, just look at all the YouTubers with their Sony a7S III. Now, maybe these fancy YouTubers have enough money to have a B and C camera that is also a Sony a7S III. But you mark my words, a lot of these YouTubers who have the Sony a7S III will be using this ZV-E10 as another angle. And it doesn't stop there, huh? This thing that I showed you at the beginning, this is a very lightweight gimbal from Zhiyun, I think. It's the Zhiyun Crane M. It basically, the only camera that I can put on it is my little G7 because that is 410 grams. But you know what the weight of the ZV-E10 is? It is 342 grams. I didn't think you could get much lighter than this little G7, but that is substantially lighter, and I could easily put a small lens on that camera, the Sony, and stick it on this thing. Now I have a fantastic gimbal camera. So you got one shot set up, you know, your main shot, and then you're flying around with your gimbal camera. I'll tell you what, and don't forget the product shots. When all these people are talking about content creators, one of the major product shots that you see for these people is the top down. So you have a camera up here that looks down. So you have a Sony camera with the Sony autofocus. You could just stick that up there for your product display shots. It'd be a great top-down camera. And that's the thing. This Sony ZV-E10, I think, is being a little bit underrated because they keep saying, well, they just recycled parts for the Sony camera, but they gave it a good sensor, the 24 megapixel sensor from the Sony a6000 series. So just a few minutes ago, people were talking about the a6400, what a great value camera that is, and it is a great value camera, and here is this new ZV-E10 with the same sensor and many of the same capabilities, like that eye autofocusing in video. It's just for $699 you get a Sony 24 megapixel sensor with interchangeable lenses. Guys, don't be scared that they're calling it a vlogger camera, I think it is much more than that. Now, I get it. I am not a marketing professional. I know I look like one, but I am not. So I'm sure Sony did their research, and this is the way that they figured they could make the most amount of dollars by saying, hey, you guys, entry-level guys, come on in, join the party. But I think that a major segment of the purchasers for this camera will be already current Sony owners who will want that extra camera and that extra angle, or maybe, you know, a gimbal cam. That's it. It's just a simple video. My family's in bed. I'm kind of bored. I figured I'd tell you guys what I was thinking. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, give it a comment. All right, we'll see you again. Bye-bye now.